Hi, it's Lisa here, sitting in for Mary here on day 33 of the 40-day pause. Wow, day 33, it's a big day. So what I'm going to do today is read from the book, which is the Pause for Your Helpful Self. It's the Pause for Inspiration book that you can get online if you don't have it in the book form. You can order it on pausefororinspiration.org, or you can also download a PDF ebook and follow along. So this is going to be we're going to also do the 4 decisions, the pause practice, and go through that again. And this is, I think that for me, this section of the book really does hit home in a lot of ways that, there's always a crisis. There's always something. I'm always finding myself, here's the wall, and I'm intimately familiar with the wall because I keep finding the wall. And I have found in the last 3 years that I've been practicing the pause practice that when I pause, the wall doesn't necessarily disappear, but it becomes different. It's not so much of a challenge to overcome for me as it is my mind opens and I'm able to see this wall that I have, be it myself stopping myself or finding myself in the same situation over and over, or, hurt feelings again, or any of these things. And by pausing, I'm able to look at things differently and approach things differently and try to accomplish things in ways that I didn't even think could be possible, but they do come to me whenever I pause, whenever I step back out of my own way and I open for another way. It's incredible. So what we're going to do is I'm going to start reading from the book. And I am going to start on page 210 if you want to join along. But here's basically the beginning. It's just going to be a short read today. So we may not be aware of just how much of a creature of habit the cubicle self is. It often is not uncovered until the cubicle self hits one of those walls of the cubicle and gets knocked off its feet, and the body goes down with it as well. Isn't that true? Commonly called a crisis due to the repetitive motion of the cubicle self. Thinking the same kind of thoughts over and over again, making the same judgments over and over again, feeling guilty over and over again, reacting in the same ways over and over again, repeating the same behaviors over and over again, and moving the body in the same ways over and over again. It's a habit. Its heart, mind, and body are vulnerable to repetitive, multiple injuries and illness. Ouch! It is not to be blamed, nor shall we place an oriental rug over unconscious's basement or nail up a piece of paneling over some conscious's closet. We can look upon the cubicle self with inspiration and be set free. As a creature of habit, the cubicle self simply doesn't know any better. And it doesn't know any better because this is simply who it is. It identifies itself as a cubicle creature of habit. There it is at a party. Hi, I'm cubicle creature of habit. We should all have those little labels every now and then because we all do become a creature of habit, because let's face it, it's easier to get into the groove of things. It's easier to figure, I know the outcome of this story, so I'll just keep reading the same story instead of looking at different chapters perhaps differently. But for me, it really does, this resonates a lot with me because I've been that person. I've been, doing the same motions over and over and wondering why I haven't changed, or why the situation hasn't changed, or why hasn't it become, why aren't they nicer? Why? And it's really not anybody else. It's no one else. It's me. And it's my cubicle self keeping me in this little box because it's comfortable. And quite frankly, I sometimes find my inner wisdom or my inspiration, my helpful self, sometimes I find it uncomfortable whenever I'm led to speak to a lady who has a yelling child in the parking lot. Okay, so I do when I'm led to do that, and I end up finding that for me, again, it becomes not an intrusion. My presence becomes a welcome force for that mother and the child too, because I'm not saying, oh, you bad child. I'm saying, hey, there's another way to go about this, and handing out the supplies, the cards, and the books, and I end up walking away not feeling like I intruded upon someone, but maybe I helped a little bit, and boy, that's a really good feeling for me. I really love to help, and I'm hopeful that I have helped. So to reiterate what this little passage on 210, it's habits, and it's just recognizing them, and that's probably the hardest part, is recognizing. But when we do the pause practice, 4 simple steps, you can become aware, and you can learn to become and open to other ways of seeing things. So as we go through the practice today, I don't have a chime with me, sorry. As we go through the practice today, just put something forth in your mind that you find frustrations with, that you seems to be like, gosh, there's that wall again. I just can't get past this hump. Whatever that hump is, if it's business, personal, relationship, same outfit every day, same foods every day, whatever. From the littlest good thing to the biggest bad thing, whatever you're finding stuck on, kind of put that in your mind, and let's see if something comes up when we go through the practice. So again, just going to go through the practice here. We're just going to do the front one, the short version. If you don't have these little 3 1/4 by 5 inch cards, you can get them on pauseforinspiration.org, and it's like $5 for shipping and handling for 20 cards, and there's a variety of them. Sorry, I'm dropping everything today. So it's a good time to pause. So you can read along, you can close your eyes, you can stand on your head, however it fits right with you. That's the right way with you. So we'll begin. So pause. The decision to stop in this moment. As you know from the days before, this can be something you can pause for 5 seconds or 5 hours if it takes, whatever it takes. This is your personal time. For the video, we're going to move on though. So step back. The decision to get out of my own way. This is going to be tough for some, because this is the one that you're going to really allow room for another way of seeing things. This is the time where you're going to take all of those thoughts and the judgments and all the concerns and all of your figuring, everything you're saying and doing, and just kind of put that over on the little shelf right over here. You don't have to get rid of it. Let's just put it over here for right now, and let's now think of opening the mind, clearing it away, making some space in there for another way of seeing this situation, whatever the wall is for you. Is there another way to see this? I know you think you know, but let's just put that to the side. Is there another way to see this? Let's open this up. And so then on the step aside, this is the decision to invite inspiration, your inner wisdom, your helpful self. This is the time to invite this in for help. Help with that wall, overcoming whatever that is, or changing it, seeing it differently, however it is. And this is where you're going to open that room that we've made and step back. Now we're going to invite this wisdom within to help us and ask the two very important questions. Is there another way to see this? And what would be truly helpful now? Those two questions, you can repeat them until you see your answer, feel your answer, hear your answer. It's different for everyone and it's different every time. So don't expect like, oh, there's the, go down to the street, go left. You may get that. You may not. You may get pictures. You may get images in your heart. You may get feelings of things. All of these are good. So just be open to this. And so stepping aside, just open up for this. And what's going to be another way to see the situation? And now the fourth step, 4 little steps, but this one is the hard one, because whatever you're feeling, whatever feelings you received, whatever wisdom that you got from this, whatever, be it vision, be it audible, whatever, a feeling, now it's time to follow along with this. And this is your inner wisdom answering your question on, is there another way to see this? And what would be truly helpful now? And this is, just know that there is a peace in knowing greater than what I am thinking. It's still within me. That is your inner wisdom. And it's going to be safe. It's going to be kind. It's going to be helpful, supportive, patient. It's going to be joyful. It's going to be inspiration that's going to be healing, maybe not just for you, maybe for others, but just know that your inner wisdom is going to be the good, the love that you have, and it's going to come and it's going to help. And again, it's just 4 steps, and you can practice these anywhere, anytime, with anything, really, from the tiniest to the biggest. So I hope that this helps you to find a different way around your wall, or to eliminate your walls, or to just maybe see through the walls. Leave the walls where they are, but just see through them. I hope this helps, and thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks.